High Call series.
So the next is let us read the skills and activity part of the lesson. We know English is a language, it's not a subject like a science or maths or social science or something like that, right? So English being a language, we need to learn to use it as a language. If we have to use English as a language, we need to learn listening, speaking, reading, and writing in this language, right? So this section, so from here on, is aimed at improving our reading skill, our writing skill, our listening skill. Listening means listen something in English and understand it, okay, and speak in English, right? So we will start with the reading session. First, you will listen to this reading, the passage. After that, I will read it, and then we will go into the activity. Okay. So now you will listen to this reading passage.
Following passage. Once upon a time, a jackal called Gomaya lived in a jungle. One day, he was very hungry. He wandered around in search of food. While he was wandering, he reached a battlefield and saw a big drum lying under a tree. A small branch fell on the drum, and the jackal was surprised to hear the sound of drum beat. He beat the drum with his front paws and thought that there was some small animal hiding in it. He thought he could get a tasty meal if he opened the drum. But with all his efforts, he could not tear off the top of the drum. Suddenly, the jackal had a bright idea. He kept beating the drum, and soon a leopard came by. The jackal said, "O mighty one, there is an animal inside the drum. Use your sharp teeth and paws to tear the top of the drum and eat that animal." The leopard pounced upon the drum. But he was very angry when he couldn't find any animal in it. He turned to the jackal and said, "You cheat! There is nothing to eat inside the drum. You have wasted a lot of my time. So I will eat you now." Saying this, the leopard killed the jackal and ate him up.
Okay, so you have listened to that, isn't it? Now I will read it, listen it again. After that, you can read it yourself, right? So, once upon a time, a jackal called Gomaya lived in a jungle. One day, he was very hungry. He wandered around in search of food. While he was wandering, he reached a battlefield and saw a big drum lying under a tree. A small branch fell on the drum, and the jackal was surprised to hear the sound of the drum beat. He beat the drum with his front paws and thought that there was some small animal hiding in it. He thought he could get a tasty meal if he opened the drum, but with all his effort, he could not tear off the top of the drum. Suddenly, the jackal had a bright idea. He kept beating the drum, and soon a leopard came by. The jackal said, "O mighty one, there is an animal inside the drum. Use your sharp teeth and paws to tear the top of the drum and eat that animal." The leopard pounced upon the drum, but he was angry when he could find no animal in it. He turned to the jackal and said, "You cheat! There is nothing to eat inside the drum. You have wasted a lot of my time, so I will eat you now." Saying this, the leopard killed the jackal and ate him up. So this is actually a story which is basically from the Panchatantra stories. So there was a jackal called the Gomaya. You know, jackals are always considered as very cunning, right? So one day, this jackal, the Gomaya, was very hungry, and he was walking through the forest, and walked, and he finally reached a battlefield. You know, the olden days, the kings used it to conduct battles and all. Yes. So in the battlefield, there was a drum. Yeah, in the battlefield, the soldiers, there are some choir kind of group will be there who beat the drum and blow the pipes and all. So, drum was there. Maybe the drum beater was killed in the war. So that drum was lying under a tree. So first, Gomaya thought that it's quite an interesting thing. But as he was observing the drum, there's a dried twigs. Twigs means the small branches will be there in the tree. So something like that broke and fell on the drum. And when something fall on the drum or beat with a stick, it make a big sound, isn't it? Yes. Usually the stick fell on the drum made the sound, right? The jackal was first surprised. He was frightened. He went a step aside. He thought there is some animal sitting inside this item because the jackal had not seen a drum before that. So he thought that there is an animal inside it and if he can open it, he can eat it. But jackal is clever but not that sharp with their teeth or as a lion or a tiger is. He tried his level best but he could not open the drum. The topmost part is actually made of a dried leather. Okay, it's very hard. So he was thinking what to do now. Someone has to come over here and help him to tear the cover of it. So he thought there for a while. He got an idea. He took a stick and started beating on that. Hum, 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 like that. So hearing this sound, a leopard came there. And as soon as the leopard came there, Gomaya asked, "Oh, mighty great beast of the forest, there is a small animal actually there inside this round piece of thing. And if you can tear the top part of it using your teeth, we can eat that animal." Okay? So the leopard also thought then it's good hunting, no? You need not run after animals, you need not waste any energy and all. So there will be an animal inside it, you just tear it off, take it and eat. Just like a chocolate, opening and eating. So the leopard thought that it is a good idea. So he used his teeth, his paws and all. He teared the drum open and is there an animal inside the drum? There was no animal. So the leopard got very angry. And he thought that the jackal Gomaya was actually making fun of him. So he said, "You cheat, you stopped me here, you wasted a lot of time and energy of mine, and now I am not in the mood to go and hunt anybody. Instead of that, I will hunt you and eat." Before even Gomaya could say something, the leopard jumped on him, killed him, and ate him and went. Okay, so this is the story. So now, I will show you the script of this particular story so that you can read it yourself, right? Okay, so now we have to do the questions and answers. Means there are some questions about this passage, right? What was the name of the jackal? What is the name of the jackal? Yes, the name of the jackal was a Gomaya, right? Gomaya was the name of the jackal. Gomaya was the name of the jackal. 2. What surprised the jackal? What surprised the jackal? The sound of the drum beat surprised the jackal. When some twig or something like that fell on the drum, it made a sound, and that surprised the jackal. Why did the jackal try to tear the drum top? Why did the jackal do that? Because the jackal thought that there would be some animal hiding in the drum. So he tried to tear the drum top. So he thought that there is an animal sitting inside the drum, and that is what is making the sound. And if I can open the drum top, I can get that animal and eat it. Okay? So jackal thought that there would be some animal hiding inside the drum. That is why he tore it open. Who came to the jackal while he was beating the drum? He took a stick and started beating on the drum. Then somebody came there. Who was that? A leopard came to the jackal while he was beating the drum. Who came there? A leopard came there. Right? Okay. Next. What did the jackal tell the leopard about the drum? What did he say? The jackal told the leopard that the drum has an animal inside it and asked the leopard to tear the top of the drum and eat the animal in it. He said there is another animal hiding inside it. If we can open the top of it, you can get the small animal hiding inside it and we can eat it. Right? The jackal told the leopard that the drum has an animal inside it and asked the leopard to tear the top of the drum and eat the animal inside it. Why did the leopard kill the jackal? Why did the leopard kill the jackal? The leopard killed the jackal as he did not find the animal in the drum and his time was wasted. The leopard became very angry that he got his time wasted and he couldn't find any animal inside the drum. So he killed the jackal. Okay. So that is from the read and understand. So let us read a part of this lesson.